It's time.
We're doing this. We're doing this remote style. Welcome to Abdul Butt from the main streets of, where are you now, Chateauguay?
No, buddy, I'm in the West Island.
Oh yeah, you're in the West. You're all about that West side.
The West Island.
Yo, how the fuck you liking it down there? Like, you never get out. You told me you're taking measures very seriously. You don't want to hurt anyone. So are you losing it? Are you getting that cabin fever?
I just want to fucking have fun. I miss partying, dude. I miss, like, having fun.
So you want to get out.
Oh, God, I can't wait to get out.
It's not happening anytime soon. But you're creating content.
Yeah, trying, man. Trying to.
How is the Bacon No Bacon podcast going?
It's going good, man. Yeah, we got the Bacon No Bacon, me and Derek Sege.
Yeah.
That's our weekly podcast. It's going good, man. It's all right. No complaints. We're just trucking through, trying to figure it all out. We got to do a live one next. We're trying to figure out all our logistics. You know this, man. It's like logistically.
Yeah, ask me. I'll tell you how to do it live.
Yeah, I gotta sit down with you and ask you a couple questions someday, because you know, man, that's like the most annoying thing is trying to get everything working. I hate these Skype things. I hate these like setups because like every time you do it and you're like, all right, it works, and then you go to log in and do it again, the same thing, and now all of a sudden it doesn't work.
Oh, dude, that happened to me with like guests that didn't have extra time. And I was like, Jesus Christ, give me a second. It's not working.
Stressful, eh?
That's super stressful, because the only way is last minute. It's when they call you, you know, on Skype, and then you're trying to figure it out. That's why I like, I feel safe when people come to the studio. Everything is contained here. It's a controlled environment.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's pretty much the most annoying thing is like everything being remote. It makes it 10 times harder.
Yeah.
Now you gotta figure out how to make all your equipment work, and fuck, does the other guy know how to do it? Is he screwed up? Now you got to figure out how to get him online.
So, that's happened too, where I get people that are not tech savvy at all.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't understand. Like, what do I do? The worst was I had a comic who was supposed to come on, and then maybe 20 minutes before, he's like, okay, so what do I need? Do I need like some kind of microphone or a camera? I was like, are you fucking joking? Like, you said you wanted to Skype or Zoom in. How the fuck are you going to do that without a microphone or a goddamn camera? It's a podcast. And he's like, oh, shit, I didn't think. So he goes, the way I'm set up, we could do one or the other. Either just audio or just camera. I was like, okay, it's not happening. I was like, it's too much. It's too much fucking stress.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot to deal with. And then you're trying to teach other people how to use stuff. And
I feel like a teacher. I was just doing stuff before you called. I was setting up YouTube. They have that feature where you could create like a memberships tab.
Okay.
And then people could join it. Like, they pay monthly memberships, kind of like Patreon. They get access to exclusive stuff, emojis, stuff like that. Yeah, you should look into it, because there's a lot of stuff YouTube's doing. Like, there's something I'm waiting to test out. They're going to release it this month. It's live. They're changing the way the live premieres work, and you could do a live stream that once it ends, automatically it goes to a premiere of something. So, like, let's say you have a new video that you're premiering. You could live stream and talk with everyone for like an hour, and then and tell them, you know, you're basically kind of hyping up the video, and then as soon as it's done, you go right into the premiere.
Oh wow!
They go right into it without you doing extra work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they're getting ahead of the curve, man. That's what like everyone's got to do now, is figure out how to make their own. Everyone has to have their own online show. That's the only thing we can do now.
It's the only thing.
Nothing else.
It's the only thing, and I'm doubling down, man. I'm trying with all their new features. They're gonna have this new trailer feature where on a premiere video before premieres, you can set up a trailer. So instead of just a thumbnail, when people click on it, you can have like a 30-second to a 2-minute trailer.
Really?
Yeah, to hype it up a bit. So I'm gonna take advantage of all the shit they're giving to try to grow the network, the channel. Is it a channel now? Is it a network? It's kind of a network. I have different podcasts on here, different people. It's turning into a goddamn network.
You got a network. You're doing. You got different people doing podcasts on your own channel. You're starting your own network. You're getting.
I'm trying.
You're trying to take over the world, man.
Yeah.
You're like a fucking what's that guy there? The fucking media mogul.
Ted Turner?
No, not Ted.
I'm going after Ted Turner.
Ted Turner? Is he a media mogul? Yeah, you're going after these media moguls, man.
Yeah, they're all on my list. But no, it's just I'm having fun and I'm just trying my best to find ways to monetize it because I'm trying to get everyone paid, basically.
I hear you.
But it's crazy. Like I got into the game so late.
Yeah, I think I don't think you got in too late. I think it's just it always feels like that, right? Because you're always like trying to. It moves so fast, the technology and everything online, that it moves so fast that you always feel like you're never doing it enough. It's just a fucking annoying feeling. You're just constantly trying to keep up, and then like you figure everything out, like we're saying, and then all of a sudden they got this new feature. Now you got to learn something else.
Yeah, I'm always playing catch up.
I sat around and for the first time played with TikTok for like 2 hours yesterday, and I've never played. I've opened it up and I look at it and I'm like, I don't know what the hell is going on here.
Did you get addicted? Did you start scrolling?
I started scrolling and then I started playing around and figuring out how to do how do you react to things? How do you record your own videos? And I think I might like it. I think I'm gonna like start playing with it a lot more.
If you spend time and you learn those features, I think you'd be good at it and you would like it. My problem was I had deleted it because I was like, okay, it's not for me. I don't have time to learn these fucking things. I just want to post the videos that I make. So I reinstalled it yesterday to post that little Christmas video that I don't know if you saw with Poseidon.
Good job, man. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, Phil edited that. It was quick. It was dirty. It was just like a little idea that we had. And I posted that on TikTok, but it's not a video that's going to do well on TikTok. But then I got addicted to scrolling, and because of the algorithm, and I was with Poseidon too, now if I open it up, it's just chicks shaking their ass.
I was going to say, because you were with Poseidon.
And when I used to have it alone, because when I used to have it alone, it was all...
algorithm is now...
I'm full effect.
Into your phone.
It used to just be dog videos, dogs talking, and those chicks that do music with with their hands, where they do that finger shit. That used to be all my videos. Now it's all asses.
Just asses and herpes home remedies.
It's all shit, but it's pretty interesting, that algorithm. Like, that's why, like, Poseidon sometimes when he scrolls, he's there for over an hour. Now I know why, because it figures out, okay, he's staying on this, he's liking this. Right. Keep feeding him. He forgets what time it is.
He forgets what time it is.
Yeah, it's nuts.
He forgets what planet he's on.
Oh, dude, there's an app, a good thing that we're on. This is fun to talk about. So I haven't used it yet, but I installed it. Okay. And I don't really understand, but I'm hoping maybe you'll get it.
What's this app?
The app is called Stereo.
Okay.
And essentially, if I understand correctly, I could be wrong. So it's kind of like this, like you have these weird emojis. So when you start your account, I created like an emoji version of myself.
Okay.
And then I didn't know what happens next. But as soon as I went to the homepage, it's basically like you could scroll through. There's different people with like their emojis doing, I guess, podcasting. So you could be home, I could be home, and we put on our phones, we start a radio conversation, it goes live on this app. And then when I talk, my emoji's moving, and your emoji's moving when you talk, because they could tell whose mic it's coming from. Yeah. And then people could just jump in, and they go to your profile, they go to your other social links and shit. It's like kind of like a quick and dirty podcast.
That's interesting. What's it called?
Stereo.
Stereo?
Yeah.
Check it out, man.
Check it out. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, I'm going to play around with it. I mean, I'll try to play around with it. I'm going to probably be sucked into TikTok now.
Oh, dude, TikTok gets addictive.
I got to figure it out. I think it'll be fun. There's some cool stuff. I like the reaction videos, and I like the fact that, like, your stand-up bits, like, I don't know if you have any clips on, like, Spotify or anything, but my stand-up bits are on there. So, like, other people's albums and stuff, so you could... It's kind of cool. I like that it's...
Oh, shit, that you can take sounds from Spotify.
Mm-hmm. So, like, or I guess it's Spotify. I wonder what it is, but if you have, like, an album or something on, like, streaming or...
You could take bits out.
Yeah, it already does. It has like, 15-second chunks cut out of each track.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so it is kind of interesting, man. I didn't know all this stuff. I just learned it yesterday. I was playing around with it, trying to figure it out.
Oh, fuck, you see what I mean? I missed out on that. I'm still trying to build this goddamn empire. I didn't realize that these fucking kids are ahead of us, man.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out YouTube still, and everyone's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, they moved on.
Fucking done. TikTok.
I don't think it's done. Like, now, when I saw these new features, I was like, these guys could, if... they become friends again with their creators because they kind of like alienated certain people.
Yeah.
But if they become friendly again with us, I think they could take over again because these features, like, so for example, let's say I decide to do with my membership page. I have members only videos. Like I have a series that it's pay to watch basically. You join membership and you get this series, this podcast, this show, whatever the fuck it is, right? And then because of the live to premiere, you could do like what they do on AMC, like after the shows or before the shows.
Right.
So we could have a live stream, me and you, right before, and we're talking about this new episode that we're dropping, and we shoot the shit with the fans. We answer whatever questions that we want without spoiling it. And then right away when we're done, we're like, all right, guys, check it out. It goes right to the premiere. It's for members, it goes right into it. They watch the show. There's a lot that you can do with it.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of cool. I don't have to look into it. It's just, these things are all tiring.
Oh, dude.
All of this stuff is just tiring, man. It's like it never stops.
I'm taking advantage of the fact that I can't do stand-up. So at night, I'm either writing or looking up all this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, man. That's it's a good strategy. I feel like I need the stand up though. I'm missing it so much. Like just the outlet of being able to say something and then it snowballs, then later at night you're like, "Oh, well, yeah, and what about this?" and add that, and I miss that, and there's nothing really that gives it to you. I haven't done a Zoom show. Have you done a Zoom show?
I haven't. Have I done? I've done some shows on Zoom, but not stand up. Like I joined other people's quiz shows or podcasts or stuff like that.
Yeah,
I can't do stand up.
Yeah, I haven't tried it either, but I feel like it would just be weird. Same with you, because we're both like we say kind of things that if you're not in front of us, you're going to be like, well, you're an asshole for saying that. But if you're in front of us, then people are like, all right, this guy's just joking, And also I can't tell because we have so in the second studio that we have here, we rent it out and French comics take it to do they do podcasts, but they also do their corporate shows. Okay.
Because it's all set up. So you just sit down and, it's like how I am now. Imagine there's someone doing it for me. So I don't have to think. I just do my set. So I hear them doing their sets and how they react. And the weirdest thing for them is what I thought would be weird is they go, well, everyone's on there, right? But sometimes most people have their cameras off. So you can't even see the reactions. Their mics are off, obviously, so you can't even hear them. So you're telling jokes into the void, and you don't know what's hitting, what's landing. It's a different art form now. Yeah. You may as well just do videos. Yeah, exactly.
That's why I started creating content and making videos, just because I was like, I may as well do videos. I feel comfortable doing that. I don't feel comfortable telling my jokes into a screen with who knows who's listening, if they're there, or no reaction. And I like crowds. Like I like talking to the people. I like,
Yeah, you talk. Yeah, you talk to the people.
I'm not just like I guess if you're just like joke and like they're just scripted kind of thing, like I feel like a guy like like Harrison is a good example of like just jokes, no real crowd work or
Yeah, he could do it on the internet. I mean, he does. If you see his tweets are basically like his stand up. It's these observations. You're like, "Oh, that motherfucker."
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely it's a weird time. I can't wait to get out of this, dude. What are you up to? How are you dealing with this? I miss you, man.
I miss you too. I thought that's why I wanted you to come in, but because of everything that's going on, we said fuck it. But I'm honestly, I got my head down. I'm focusing. I basically said, look, I'm gonna go all in, all or nothing. So we built this place over the summer. Took on a huge fucking lease. Just trying. I'm like, you know what? Hail Mary pass. It's either we make something big or nothing, but at least we tried.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. There's no. I think that's what the only thing you could do right now. Like this whole pandemic has just been, just take chances because nobody has any idea what's gonna work.
And I don't know when it's gonna come back.
Wiped out. I don't know, man. Who knows? Fuck. I feel like that's all they talk about. But it's like, is it going to come back soon? I don't think it's going to come back right away. I think it's going to be a while. Like, obviously, the vaccine will help, and it's going to take time. Once more people get it, and once it starts to get around, then it'll, the numbers will die down. I think it's going to be bad for the next few months. It's going to be hell.
Hey, how come? So let me ask you. Your brother's been on radio here for a long time.
Yeah.
How come did I ever ask you this? How come you never thought of going on radio? Like getting into it?
It's pretty hard.
Okay.
It's hard, man. It's really hard to get in. It ain't easy, that's for sure. I almost had a shot. Like they asked me like a few years ago. Dude, it's a hard game, man. It's hard to get in.
I would assume, like everything.
And you know, it's not like everyone always asks me that. I think someone asked me that last time. Paul Ash asked me that. He was like, "Oh, your brother being in radio, does that help you?" Like,
Oh, I
does
don't think it would help you. I just think it would.
Doesn't-
Would it motivate you? That's what. I don't mean like. Can
I
it get
would
you in?
definitely, I would definitely like to. I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind. It's hard. I don't think I'll get in at like a Montreal. Like maybe I'd have to go to a smaller market or something
Yeah.
first and get your foot in the door and try and get some hours in and experience. I wouldn't mind doing it. I definitely wouldn't mind doing it. But Montreal's a hard game, man. It's the Anglo scene is small. It's not a
Super
big,
small. Yeah. I thought you were gonna tell me more like your art form was stand up and video. His was more radio. That's what I thought.
I think I'd be all right with. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it.
I think you'd be okay. I mean, I watch your podcast. I watch Bacon No Bacon. You could talk. You make guests. You make Derek comfortable, so you can make guests comfortable.
Yeah, I would. I wouldn't mind trying something someday. Maybe like a talk show, maybe a call-in show or some sort of a talk show. At some point, who knows, man? We're all trying. It doesn't seem like anything's. I don't know. I don't know what.
I don't think anything's off the table.
Yeah.
Because there's like a lot of people have to reinvent themselves.
Yeah, exactly. You have no choice. It's like now's the time where you have to figure out what the hell you're gonna do, other than stand up, because stand up's pretty much dead. So it's like figure out what else you can do that's still alive.
At least we can reinvent ourselves, but it must suck for someone who, like, let's say his job was, I don't know, I'm a waiter at the restaurant. Well, if you can't be a waiter anymore, like, then you have to go into something completely different.
Yeah, it's definitely it's crazy, and that's the other thing too is I feel like it hurts. Like I started doing, like I know a lot of comics have been doing manual labor. A lot of comics are starting to get into that just because they have no choice, But it's the one thing I hate is that you can't fucking dabble in shit. Like you got to do shit. You got to do what you're doing, and that's how you get good at it.
Yeah.
But we're all on hiatus now from stand up, so it's making us all go crazy. And so we're getting worse at stand up, I think.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, okay, well I got to make money, so I'll work in like manual labor. So now you're using another muscle of your brain, and you're exercising your fucking manual labor side. But even that's a struggle because now you're like, fuck, I haven't done this shit in years. This is fucking hard,
I'm not built for this.
Man. So you're just fucking exhausted. Like I find it burns me out so much. Like I'm doing like small little things here, trying to fix things that I haven't had a chance to do in a while. And it just like you're doing it, and I enjoy it, but I'm like, fuck. A part of my brain's like exhausted, and it's like, fuck. I miss just talking shit.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm with you.
Like measurements and like, did I cut it right, and is it fucking straight? Like I'm so tired. Like, because if you do that every day, then it's fine because your brain gets into that zone and you know what you're doing, and you're like, all right, cut. You just go. Like it's almost like it's just a human. Like it comes to like a what do they call it? You fucking
like the muscle memory.
Yeah, muscle memory. Yeah. It just comes natural to you. Like stand up, you get up on stage, you've been doing it so long, you're like, fuck, I'm not worried. I get up on stage and I'll figure it out. But when you haven't done fucking manual labor in a long time and you're like getting back at it, you're like, fuck, man. It's a whole other side of your brain that I haven't used in a long time.
I don't want to get back into that. Like there's some stuff that I realize I'm not built for. Like I had guests on my French show the other day, and one of the guys is like, yeah, it was, we got nothing to do. So I was making some extra money. I was helping my buddy. He has a moving company. And I quickly realized I am not built to be a mover. Because even his friend was like, we're just keeping him around so he could joke with us. Like, so he could tell us funny shit. This guy can't lift a fucking fridge. Like, this guy's not lifting a refrigerator.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Moving's actually pretty easy. It's just fucking lifting shit.
Well, I don't want to lift shit.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. It depends if you got the, I don't mind. The one thing I like about manual labor is that you actually get in shape.
Yes, but I don't want to lift shit. I'd rather be running around all day. Like, I'd rather be going up and down stairs, but without anything in my arms.
Yeah. Is it fucking too heavy? You're not into lifting?
I'm into lifting, like weight, like I'm pretty strong, but it's just because after a while it takes a toll on my back, and then that hurts. But if I'm just doing, like, if I'm running around, I'm sweating, I'm getting exercise, I feel good. You know the good tired?
Yeah.
I like that feeling.
Exactly.
I like the good tired.
I do like that too.
I don't like the back hurting. I don't want to go home and be like, oh, I'm too old for this shit. I don't want that. I don't want to be like Stallone.
Yeah, no, well, I think that happens because we don't do enough fucking lifting, so that now your back's hurting when you lift something once. But if you keep doing it, you get in shape.
I'm a delicate flower, Abdul.
You're definitely fucking delicate, buddy.
I'm meant for the arts.
You're meant to fucking click and fucking push buttons.
Actually, I'm gonna train Poseidon. The bigger we get, I'm gonna stop clicking everything. I gotta train. I gotta train the next in line.
Yeah, how come you don't train him to do it?
I do train him, like, so he's doing his podcast now, so I do train him, and he knows enough to produce certain shows. But
wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's fucking producing his own show.
He's producing his own show, and he produced several episodes of 2 Drink Minimum that we were doing through Skype, before Mike came back in studio. So he was learning, he was getting better. Editing, like posts, so adding lower thirds, maybe throwing in like intro. That he hasn't done yet, but he's practicing at home with like his own videos. Okay. And I just want to train him to be able to do shit like that, so that it'll be off my shoulders one day, and I'll pay him like a full-time rate. And whenever I have guests in here, he'll be like the young Jamie. I won't have to do shit, and he'll do it. But we'll see if we could get into that level.
It would be interesting to that's a fucking cool spot to get to, man, where you don't have to fucking do any of this bullshit.
Yeah, there's a lot, and also he wants that. He doesn't. His long-term goal isn't to be third mic on. He doesn't want to be on camera anymore. He wants to work towards not being on 2 Drink Minimum as a basically third mic. He wants to be behind the scenes. Yeah, he really likes that, because he's like, I'm not as funny as a comic. He goes, like, people laugh at me, but for like the wrong reasons. I'm not offering enough to double down on that. I don't have it, he goes. But as soon as I got him into editing and like, producing podcasts, he's like, but I do love producing podcasts. He goes, I actually enjoy it. He goes, I enjoy every moment of it. Cool. Yeah, so he's like, if I could double down on this, do you think it's possible that I'll go behind the scenes? And I said, yeah, of course. Like, anything's, especially if you keep working at it and things get back to normal, so we could be in studio. Of course. Yeah,
that it definitely would be cool. There's not enough people that like just go, I want to produce.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to like do something or be on camera, or nobody just wants to like, all right, let's fucking produce it. I don't know how that works. The comics that like in like the whole industry that have found people that want to just produce and not be in front of the camera and like help someone.
Yeah. They're
so blessed. Like the fact that you fucking found someone to work with and like it's compatible. I'm very jealous.
I haven't met any of these people, like because I always do shit myself. So I've never met anyone that's like, yo, I just want to produce. Even though I mentioned it the other day on one of our shows, and I got in all kinds of CVs from fans that are like, yo, train me to produce some shows. So I got CVs in because we were looking for Poseidon's replacement, because he was thinking of taking a break for a bit.
Yeah.
And then as soon, this fucking guy's crazy. So I was like, yeah, take your break. Like I'll do everything myself for a couple of weeks. And then worst case scenario, we'll get someone in. I'll train a new guy. So whenever you want to leave, we'll have someone replace you. And as soon as like a lot of CVs came in, he refused to take his break. He thinks people are going to take his job. He's like, I'm not going on break. He's like, don't hire anyone. I'm not going on break. He started panicking. I was like, fuck. All right.
So what does he want to do? He wants to just produce. He doesn't want to be on camera. So you guys are trying to fill his seat, or
we were just trying to. I was just trying to fill a producer's seat, so that if ever he wants to, because for me and Mike on that podcast, we don't need a third mic. Me and Mike could do it ourselves. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So that won't bother us. And for producing, I'm producing it anyway. It was more for the shows that we produce here, and so that he could be able to feel like, oh, I could take a day off. I have, fucking Malcolm coming in. He'll do it for me. That's fine. But instead of him being happy like I thought he would be, he fucking started to panic. And he's like, no, I'm not taking my break. Fuck that shit. No one's taking my job. Like he thinks someone's going to come in. He's going to be more likable or something. I'm just going to be like, yeah, fuck Poseidon.
He's a good dude, man.
Yeah.
He's a good dude to have around. And that would be like, I think that would be perfect, is like to have him produce it and still have a mic.
Yeah, exactly. He still has a mic. He produces the morning show for us, and he's behind, but he's got the microphone. He's doing it, and then I'm going to him like, "Hey, Poseidon, can you pull this up?" And then he's giving his opinion. So I think it's a way better role than a full-on third mic with 2 comics, because we end up just beating him up since he's not a comic and he's easy to make fun of. It just turns into a beating all the time. Yeah. But as a producer, it could be funny because we'll have guests in, and then he could chime in. It'll be more like a classical Howard Stern type of vibe.
It would be cool. I think that would be a great thing to have. Definitely. Are you guys like when you do your morning show? How
Yeah.
often do you do that?
Twice a week.
Twice a week.
Yeah,
Wow. So you
Wednesdays,
do
Thursdays, we have the morning show here. I Skype in from the South Shore. We got George, my buddy George. He does the news portion, gives us the news. I'm in studio here with Phil. We got Poseidon behind the console, and but we're reformatting the show because we don't know, dude. When I started the morning show, it was during the beginning stages of this whole quarantine, and it was just for Saturday mornings, and we would just watch like either cartoons or old TV shows like Degrassi. It was just for people to do something in the morning on YouTube. Then YouTube got mad; they flagged me for watching Degrassi. So
really?
and the episodes are on YouTube. I was watching them through YouTube, and the video I didn't monetize the videos. I didn't want them monetized. I wasn't trying to make money, but I remember they took down one of our broadcasts, like it was live, and they shut us down.
Really?
So I was like, okay, I got to figure out a new angle with the morning show.
That's the thing with YouTube that fucking is annoying, man. It's like they're always they changed all the rules. Like you used to be able to play any video and comment on it as long as you're commenting on it and you know you're providing some sort of a critique.
Exactly.
You were allowed to use the footage. But now it's like, I don't know, anything you touch that's not yours, original, they just they flag it, and you can't even. We had like we had our songs, like we had a song, like our intro song for our podcast was from an artist from Montreal, Angel Forest, and she gave us the rights to use it. She told us, so you guys should use the song. It's no problem. But YouTube flagged us.
Same thing.
Has the song on YouTube.
Same thing with me with the current song that I'm using from Orchid. They're having trouble because I have permission to use it, you know, and they're the guy I'm sending my buddy who's in the band. I'm sending him the links each time. He's like, fuck, man, it's this stupid, like it's a third party that we're dealing with that they're supposed to make sure no one's fucking with our tracks, but we've approved you. Like it's, you know, we want you to have the intro.
Right.
And so him too, he's having trouble. So I disputed the last one. I go, I have permission. Like it says, do you have the I go, I have permission from the actual band. I didn't steal it. Like, fuck.
Yeah, so I think if you dispute it, then they'll get a message saying, hey, this person disputed the claim or whatever. That's what we had to do, and then their agency took it off. But, yeah, just a whole fucking runaround for something, you know, a song that plays for 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Not a big fucking deal. It's not like, you know, we're not making millions of dollars.
Yeah, and the money, you're not going to make money. Even if you were making super chats, you're not making it off the song. You're making it off the podcast. But it's just these companies, everyone's just weaseling their way in.
Everyone's weaseling now, man. Nothing's fucking fun and like easy anymore. Everything's like a fucking, there's some sort of copyright or some sort of rule or thing you got to figure out. You got to read a document. You know, how the hell could I do this?
Oh,
everything's a pain in the ass. Nothing is simple.
Nothing is simple is the true thing. Even remember how I was saying the morning show, like we were trying to find our angle.
Right.
So I got the 810 Mini Pro.
Yes.
So I got one of those that obviously I don't need to use. We're using Camlix, but I have one over there on the side. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to get some regular microphones that we have at the comedy club, set up the couches, and then the morning show might turn into more of a thing where people can sit on the couches with the mics. You know, we got Poseidon producing the show and just cut from different angles there and just do it like that.
Cool.
Just to change it a bit, you know?
Yeah, that's cool.
I feel that comfy vibe. People could come in. You know, we have a guest and there's a lot of space for them.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I looked into one of those, man. I was on the fence.
When did you look into it? Because the price was so high a few months ago that because they had sold out everywhere, so everyone was overselling them. Yeah, it went down. I got it from B&H last month. Yeah,
because it was like B&H. I don't know. I can't remember what it was. American. I think it was almost 500 Canadian.
Yeah.
So that's about it. But yeah, they were sold out for a long time.
Yeah, so all the ones that I could find back then were super expensive, so I didn't touch it. I was like, I'm not gonna spend $800 on something that's $500.
Right. Yeah. That's But again, it's like fuck, another goddamn thing. And again, it's like you got to buy all your gear. You got to figure out all this shit. It's like you can't just do shit. People think like, oh yeah, another fucking podcast or another. It's like, dude, yeah, but you know how much goddamn fucking investments,
dude, the money
put into this shit
and the hours of
my god, and then and it's a drag when it's like you're just constantly trying to figure shit out. And once you get rolling and it's fun, then it's all right. But it's like getting going. People don't fucking give anyone that creates their own content enough credit. I think
No,
like
not
it's
at
easy
all.
to just fucking be like, oh, I like watching everyone's stuff and seeing what they're doing, just because I mean that's all we can do now, anyways. But I hate like comics or people that are like, oh fuck, another podcast, another fucking podcast. Yeah, well, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. What are you doing?
Fucking do.
Do something, Steve. On my end, it's funny because I'm one of the OGs that started doing this shit in 2010.
Yeah, you started early, man.
So, but even myself, like, there's some podcasts that I feel they shouldn't exist. Like, I understand it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you have people who are just working on The Office, and they're like, that Rogan guy, he thinks he's good, but me and Steve, we know way more about MMA. And then they get together with like a shitty microphone, like, yo, Steve, you catch the fight? It's like, yeah, bro, that guy, his face bruised up, bro, bruised up. And then they put that online, and they're like, how come we're not big like Rogan? And you're like, are you crazy? This sounds like two retarded people yelling at each other with a fucking tin can. Like, what are you talking about?
It's a shame. It's like, I wish it could just be, it could be something where like, it's kind of like stand up where like, if you're not good, you don't get booked.
Yeah.
Like if you're not funny or you're not good, like
they won't let you post it.
The internet just drowns your fucking podcast out. Like nobody can see it till you get through the ranks and you've done, you've had to fucking do your time.
Get good.
You got to get good. You got to grind, man. You got to grind. You got to get your own fucking microphone.
Oh, dude, the mic's the biggest thing. I remember when I started, we had this shitty Logitech microphone, and it was meant for one person, and even for that person, the quality was shit. But we were basically 5 guys around it.
Oh, God.
Oh, dude, the audio was horrible. We didn't know what we were saying, what we were doing, and it's just through that and then stand-up that you become comfortable, and you realize how important good audio is, but you become comfortable speaking, because it's the being comfortable in a pause, I think, that you get later. In the beginning, the second there's a pause, you would just panic. So you'd be like, you have to say something. So you're just making noises with your mouth.
Yeah.
And it's horrible.
Yeah. It's, well, you get used to it. It's like everything. You figure it out. You got to figure it out. You got to learn how to fucking do it.
You got to learn how to swim, Abdul.
How to swim, buddy. So what else is fucking new with you, man? What are you doing? What's like, other than the making videos, are you staying sane? What are you doing to fucking stay sane?
I got myself a video game. I got myself that new Cyberpunk game.
Oh, did you? I saw it got taken down or something.
It got taken down. Yeah, you can issue refunds now. I was discussing with Poseidon so I got the game. And the game is, well, look, here's the problem. So, the PS5 came out and the Xbox Series X or whatever the new Xbox is called, that came out as well. They're the next gen consoles. I guess now they're the current gen because they're out. And they're a lot more powerful than PS4 and Xbox that came out fucking 7 years ago. It makes sense. So this game was in development for a while, and it looks great on the PC if you have a good PC. A lot of bugs, but it runs. And on the new consoles, PS5 and the new Xbox, it runs pretty fine. But on the base PS4 and Xbox One, it is trash. Like,
really,
graphical glitches, the game crashes a lot. It shouldn't have been released in that state. And this was a hyped up game. It's been hyped for years. People have been waiting for it. And the install base for the PS4 and Xbox are millions of users, so you can't avoid it. You can't not release it on those consoles. That's where the majority of people are. Not everyone has a PS5 yet. They're hard to... Sony made 40 of them, so they're hard to find. So what happened is the game came out, critical reception at the beginning was very positive. But the reason was, we found out later, that the company CD Projekt Red, when they sent reviewers on YouTube and all these companies codes to redeem the game and play it, to review it, they only did so on PC.
Okay.
So no one had actually tried it yet on PS4 or Xbox One. Yeah, so the reviews come in day one. Awesome game, amazing, runs well. Most of the people have PS4s. They downloaded it, and then they're like, wait, what the fuck is happening? What is this shit game? So all that stuff was happening for a couple of days. They issued apologies, and they're like, well, your apology means nothing to us because we paid for it now. And Sony has this strict refund policy where if you played the game, you can't refund it, all this stuff. And then finally, Sony was just fed up a few days ago, and they go, you know what? Fuck it. It doesn't matter when you bought it. If you have that game and you want a refund, we're gonna lose even our cut of the profits. You get a full fucking refund.
Wow.
And then their stock took a hit, CD Projekt Red.
Okay.
So everything's just been, everyone's been talking about this for a couple of days now, because it's affecting their stock. It's affecting, the way you see them. These guys, through the years, made The Witcher. So it's such a good game. So they grew to have such a good connection with video game fans.
Right.
And all that good karma, they just threw it in the garbage. Yeah.
And you're still playing the game, though? You like it?
Well, what happened to me is I got it on the PS4, and I was making fun of how, I was having fun, but it kept crashing. I was like, I can't play this game. I got to play it one day when I get a PS5. And then we were sitting around just fucking around the other, a week and a half ago with our buddy Spiro here, and I got a notification that the PS5 is available on Amazon, but you can never get it. But I kept clicking, and they fucking sold it to me. So then the PS5 came in, so I was like, now I have a fucking PS5 console. I'm not going to get rid of it, so I put it on that, and I'm playing it on that. And it doesn't crash, at least, but it's still not ready. That game needs another 6 months of development.
So, do you know if you can? Someone told me this. Can you now when you play online?
Yeah.
Is PlayStation users can play Xbox users, or is that still separate?
It depends on the game, but they've been pushing towards that for a couple of years now.
Okay.
Certain games you can do it. There's certain games that you could play from Xbox to PC. Obviously, some I think you even do from the PlayStation to PC, but I think there's certain games that are coming out that you can play cross-platform.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. Which is good.
I got a decent PC, but I haven't bought a console in a year. I think what do I have? A PS3, I think is the last
amazing console. Some of the best games.
I love it. But I haven't played video games in a few years, but I've got I just upgraded my laptop, and I got a killer gamer laptop to do video editing on.
Oh, yeah, then you got to play some games.
Yeah, and it came with it has Xbox Live or something installed in it, and I was like, man, if I can play online with other people, then maybe I'll get a game. But that's the only thing I want to do. Online,
if you play now, so there's some small games you could play online that people are playing, I
used to like Call of Duty.
Okay, so Call of Duty, that's what I was going to mention after. It's just, even Poseidon is playing the fuck out of Call of Duty. But I think it's trash now because Call of Duty, I don't know how it is everywhere, but let's say on the PS4, for example. How big do you think the game is? How much space do you think it takes on the hard drive?
I just downloaded it. It was 200 gigs.
Yes.
Yeah.
This does not show that it's a good game. This shows that it is, I think, probably shit code. It's just shit over shit over shit. 200 gigs is absurd. Absurd to tell someone.
I had no idea. This is the first time, because it came, my laptop came with a download for Call of Duty. So I didn't download it actually until a week ago, because I started downloading it, and I was it was 200 gigs, and I'm like, whoa. I'm not gonna fucking throw this on my hard drive right now. So I got an external hard drive now.
Just to put the games on.
Recently, I got one, so I was I'll throw it on there. So I just downloaded it, but I didn't even fire it up yet. Again, another fucking thing I have to learn.
Well, that's the thing, you have to learn.
Stops. Yeah.
Plus, if you play, I think there's a thing, I think you could play for sure with people that are on Xbox. For sure you could play with them. But the problem is you have a huge advantage. Because first-person shooters, if you're playing with a mouse and keyboard, I like the remote control, I like the controller. But
I was going to get it because you can buy, apparently, I looked it up.
You could play with the Xbox controller on the PCs.
Yeah, you can get an Xbox controller and use it. So I think I'll probably do that.
But if you're going to play a first-person shooter, you can't get more accurate than the mouse and keyboard. It's so much faster and quicker with your mouse and keyboard. It's a terrible advantage. If you're playing against people on console and they're using their regular controller, dude, by the time they turn to look at you, you shot them in the head 3 times.
Really?
Yeah, because it's so quick.
I'll have to try it. I don't know. I've tried way back when I tried using a mouse and keyboard years ago, and I just find it so awkward. I don't know how. I guess it's just because I've never done it. So.
Yeah, I'm not good with it either. For the record,
thing.
I'm good with the controller. But I know that it's better.
That's it. I'm only used to the controller, so I'll fucking probably get one of those because I don't know what I'll do with a mouse and keyboard at this point. I'll be sloppy.
You know what I'm scared about the games though? For me, what makes it crazy? So I have the PS5 now, right? But I played an hour and a half of Cyberpunk, and I streamed it because the PS5 now, it's a goddamn company expense. If I play, I gotta fucking stream it on Twitch. Yeah, I gotta excuse the fact that it's a company expense. I'm not fucking paying for that shit out of my pocket. So, but the thing is, I feel so. I haven't played it since that time that I streamed because I feel like I'm unproductive in real life if I'm playing video games. So since I got it, I've recorded like 8 podcasts. I've written some scripts. I've done this, and every time like, oh, you know what, tonight I'll flare it up. I'll fire it up for an hour. But I'm like, I can't, man. What am I, a fucking dummy? I can't waste my time. I gotta be productive. I gotta do stuff to move the company forward. So
I know.
It's such a bad. I have it. It's there, and I'm fucking scared to use it.
That's why I never bought another console, because it fucking takes so much of your time and you don't get any work done, and you just play video games constantly. That's why I'm kind of scared with this.
Yeah.
Like I was like, should I get a remote and start playing? And I'm like, I don't know, man. It's going to suck all my fucking time away.
That's the thing. And it makes me nervous because the fear of failure makes me scared. And then I'm like, imagine.
Dude, you're exactly like me.
Yeah, imagine I fail at something and it's because I didn't get a script out on time or something because I was busy fucking shooting people in the face. I can't. So it's there and it's like a fucking piece in the living room.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like me, man. I like there's just a part of me that like I fucking hate wasting time.
Yeah, same.
It's so hard. It's because you work. I don't know. For me, it's because you work so hard to get where you are, and then you're just like, I can't fucking give up and like just play games. Like, I got friends that call me and they're all like, dude, get a fucking PS4, man. Let's fucking play. And I'm like, I can't, dude. I got shit to do. Like, I can't let up. I got to keep fucking working. You
know why? I've thought about this because my friends, the same thing. And my friends, it's not that they're unsuccessful, very successful people too, but they're like, yo, download Call of Duty normally. They're harassing me. We'll play together. And then I realized what it is. Our schedule, like mine, is not really a fixed schedule. I'm always working. I'm always trying to do something. Them, they're like, well, I'm getting paid. I did my job 9 to 5.
Yeah,
I have 3 days off now. Yeah, I got downtime. It doesn't matter. I'm not affecting my job. Whereas me, I'm like, wait, if I play now, I put my energy in this, in that hour, I probably could have finished a script.
Yeah.
So that's what fucks with me. So it's completely, the reasoning behind it is unhealthy. But because then we can never have any downtime.
Yeah, it would be interesting to know how to like
balance that.
Yeah, how like successful. This would be a good conversation for Mike. Mike would be a great guy to talk to about this.
Oh, Mike just chills now. Mike plays some video games, but
oh really?
Yeah, Mike's chilling. Yeah, he got that. He bought the Oculus, the virtual reality thing.
Really?
And then he was having so much fun. He bought 2 other ones and he sent them to me and Poseidon, so that we could. Yeah. So he's just chilling because he's worked so much and he's created. He can't do stand up. He can't go out on tour. So he's doubling down on the podcast.
Yeah.
And he pre-recorded so many episodes now for the next couple of months and stuff. So it's easier for him to relax. He records, we have to record, and then he lives a retired life.
Yeah, he's lucky. Good for him, man.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Well, he had to work very hard to get there.
He worked his ass off.
Yeah.
But it would be good to know like how he managed it. Like manage it when he was starting out, or like, coming up and just fucking keep hustling all the time. Like, how does he manage his fucking day to day on like, the fucking, could you relax or do you feel like you're not doing anything? I'm sure he'd just say, oh, I get drunk.
Yeah, he probably, but I think because I remember him telling me stories about how he had a girlfriend once that she was harassing him about not writing enough. Like, you did nothing all day. You sat there and you didn't write a goddamn joke. So I think he took a lot of downtime too. But, he would take the time he needed to write it. But I don't know if back then the distractions were the same. Like right now, the distractions from fucking TikTok to Instagram to video games, they're everywhere. And I also don't want to feel like shit. And I know that I'm going to feel shitty if I feel like I wasted time. Because, again, the energy, I'm scared of then I go right at night and I'm like, oh, man, I probably would have been able to write this if I didn't spend that mental energy on the game. I would have had it for this.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it's, I don't know, man. Dude, I feel like, fuck, imagine back in the day how easy it was. Like, there was, like, hardly any fucking, it feels like every media person or anyone who, like, was in show business, there was just, like, a clear fucking path.
Oh, yeah.
You just fucking you just went right down it and you just did your thing.
It doesn't exist, bro.
No, it doesn't exist, dude. Like, even fucking, like, I read an article about like a guy. I can't remember his name. He's like a fucking big name dude in Toronto who was like a sports broadcaster.
Okay.
And like everyone else in fucking media, it just got, they all get canned, and then they hire, people for fucking, they'll hire like 10 interns to do it. And this guy lost, and now he's got to figure out how to start his own podcast, which he's doing, and he's fucking got listeners and sponsors and all that shit. But it's like, dude, it's like, what happened to the jobs like where you could just fucking get into the business and then just fucking just ride into the sunset, like
that doesn't
business. Like nowadays, like you get into the business, but you're never safe. You're like, fucking someone's trying to fucking snipe me out.
Yeah, you're never safe. That's true.
Safe. There's no comfort. There's no like, this guy's the big shot around town. He'll fucking be there forever. Like, no, as soon as they can fucking figure out how to save a couple dimes, you're out. You're going to get booted. They'll hire a fucking intern. Like, where the hell? Like, I love stand-up and I love creating my own shit. But there's there's a part, there's a part of me that's like kind of jealous of people who just like can go to work and then at the end of the day, they're like, all right, work's done.
Yeah.
They don't have to fucking think like, how do I keep grinding to keep fucking relevant and do stuff?
How am I going to make enough money to buy toast?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry.
They don't have. Yeah. So I think about that too. I don't like the 9. Like it scares me to think about going back to 9 to 5. That life, that cubicle, having someone over your shoulder, that scares me. But at the same time, I do appreciate the whole. Well, at 5, you can fuck off. I do appreciate that. Yeah, I think that's something that people take for granted. Yeah.
God damn, you don't gotta think. Like, I know how people always look at comics and like, oh, you guys have the best job.
No.
And it's like, it's so stressful that's why when we're on stage we have so much fun, because we're like, this is the fun part.
Yeah.
But getting there and fucking building your to get there is so goddamn stressful that you're like, fuck. You never get to really enjoy it until you're on stage. You're like, all right, I'm going to enjoy this moment. But then the moment you get off, and you're like, oh, fuck, all right. You're high, but then the next day, you're like, all right, now I got to fucking redo this again. I got to figure out where to go. Where am I booking? How do I fucking get on?
We're like raccoons.
It doesn't stop.
No, we're like, all right, we ate a meal, but now, Jesus Christ, I got to find a new trash can.
Yeah, we got to turn over another dumpster to fucking figure out who's going to give us some fucking scraps.
Yeah, it's crazy. When you think about it, we're insane.
And it wasn't so bad. But then when COVID hit, it just was like, are you fucking kidding me? You just wiped everything we did to get here. You're like, yeah, all that hard work, put it on pause.
Yeah.
And fucking just sit around and wait for a while. And we're like, what the fuck? Do you know how hard it is to get going again after this?
Oh, I'm happy for the return, but I'm dreading the first few steps back. Dreading seeing maybe all of the build up, all the work you put in. A lot of that was erased right now. You got to kind of start a couple levels over again. I'm dreading that.
Yeah, it's going to be a kick in the fucking balls to like get back out there and grind again, get the shows. And
I started doing something I said I wasn't going to do. I started acting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I got like an agent a year ago, and I was like, all right, get me, like I just wanted small things. I mostly wanted voice stuff because I feel like I have a weird voice, so I thought it'd be good for cartoons and shit. But all the voice stuff I'm getting like auditions for, they keep, even if they like it, I keep being told like, yo, that's a very, very close-knit society. For you to break into voice work, video games, or cartoons, motherfucker, it's almost impossible. Like, there's like a crew,
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, I'll keep trying. But I keep getting these random, like, a commercial here or a fucking photo shoot for something there. And they're all random-ass non-speaking roles, But it's still so, like, I'm just, I'm like, I got time.
You got to do them, man. Yeah, you got to do them. That's how you build relationships through those.
Exactly. That's what I'm being told. Like, I'll go for something and I go, fuck, man, this isn't even worth the money, like that I'm getting paid is not worth the time or the effort of being here right now. Yeah. But I got to build up. And like, well, you got to get your credit and you need to be in this union. You have to get a couple more. So you got to keep doing this. I was like, all right, I guess I'm a rookie in this. Like it feels like I'm an open micer for acting.
Yeah, it is, dude. It is very tight knit, and especially in Canada, fuck, and Montreal even more.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
if anything English is like very small, very tight knit, very controlled. Like everyone knows how to get certain things that's in that. It's the same thing with grants, like grants for like film or anything. Like, let's say you want to do a short or any of those, all that grant money. It's like it just keeps going to the same. It's like people that are in that wheelhouse that know how to apply for it. They know the people that they're applying to. So like they'll kind of, you got to figure out how to get in that wheelhouse.
Yeah.
That's the
I've heard
hard.
about that for the grants. Like you need to find someone that is in the know. There's certain people apparently that'll help you get grants, and their payment is a percentage of the grant.
Yeah.
Yeah, which that goes to show you how complicated it is on
Yeah.
purpose, because people have made careers out of, I just need to send applications for grants and I get money.
Dude, people in Canada have definitely made careers off of just getting grant money to fucking make projects. It's crazy.
But what's
to
the
think,
criteria? Like, can we
you've
get
never-
grant money for stuff that we want to put on YouTube? Or no, it has to be artsy shit that...
No. I mean, it could. You could. I'm not 100% sure, man. Fuck you. You got to get one of those fucking.
I gotta get one of those guys.
You got to get one of those grant fucking hookups, man.
Yeah.
You got to get a guy that knows grants. No, I'm not 100% sure. I feel like you could get grants to make something that maybe you'll put in like a festival. Or,
Yeah, shit like that. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, you can probably get some small grants for that. And then, but mostly, again, it's another thing that's like it goes to production companies, especially if you get involved with a production company, they know how to get the grants as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they'll get a lot of production companies just run off of that shit, man. Just even for, campaigns and things that like get put out, it's just grants or like government gigs, like government commercials. Those are all like things too that people apply for and just get like a kind of, you put your name in the hat.
Oh, like to
kind of
edit,
thing.
to do their commercials for them?
Yeah, produce it, like there's a lot of production companies that just do that. Like they're small, they're not huge, but they know how to get in and they've got their foot in the door so they can just keep, they get these grants and they film projects. And I mean, good for them. It's fucking good. And then occasionally they'll hire a comedian. So that's not bad. Like I've been hired a few times off like, commercials or things that like grant money that they have a project or a pilot to shoot. So
I wonder if they pay well if it's a government commercial.
I'm pretty sure, especially if it's like ACTRA. Usually the government ones are going to be ACTRA, so that's good. If you're getting ACTRA, usually it's decent, money, and then you'll have like a buyout, so you'll get, they'll pay you like an extra 200% of what you got paid for the day, so that they buy you out, and then it all depends on what it is. If it's radio, TV, and they pay different fees. So, but yeah, it's fun, man. It's good. I mean, you got to get in it.
I gotta get in it.
Are you? What do you do?
No, so what did I have some credits now with UDA, I guess.
Okay, the French Union. Yeah, that's hard to get into.
Dude,
that's like 30 credits or something.
It's like 30. You want to laugh? You know what happened? It's
in a year.
Well, in a if in a year you have to get 30 credits, I think, and also you have to get like legit credits because like the credit I got like last week was like a quarter credit or a half a credit. But I got like a full credit or more in the summer because I did French TV. I did stand up. So I did. They have a show coming out on some channel. So that was me just doing my set in French. Okay. So that's like a full credit because it's you're the show or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
So that was good, but it's because I didn't even know what was going on. Like I signed papers, and then my agent didn't realize till like last week. She's like, "Do you have any? Like, are you in any of these unions?" I go, no, they gave me something for this. And then she looked at it, she's like, oh, that's like a full credit. Like you were like on how do we not know about this? I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know about these unions. All I know is that Mike keeps telling me to get into one of these unions because it helps.
Yeah.
But I have no clue what the hell I'm doing. Like I'm like a child. I'm like a lost child. People are offering me jobs. Like, oh, I'll do it. I don't know. Like, are you in the union? Well, I'm not a communist. And it's just this whole thing.
Yeah, I think the UDA one's really hard. I'm not on that realm at all. I have no idea how it really works, but I hear I think it's like 30 credits for UDA in a year.
I don't know if it's in a year because I was told that it's 30 credits. Nobody told me it has to be within the same year. But I know
I think there's a crazy number, I think.
But 30 credits is crazy, Abdul, when the credit system doesn't go one credit per performance. Because like I said, last week it was a non-speaking role, but it was like a
quarter.
0.25.
It's like a
what?
Bitcoin worth of fucking.
Yeah.
It's like you can buy it in fractions.
That's what it was. They gave me a fraction of a credit.
Fraction of a credit.
At this rate, I'll be in the union when I'm 76.
Well, that's bullshit. Like, was all of you in the fucking taping, or just an arm or something?
No, all of me, my
like,
face and stuff. I had to nod and shit. I was playing.
So why the hell did you get a quarter of a credit? You're in the fucking thing.
You want to laugh? So I was playing a mobster, right? Or a murderer, whatever the fuck it was, a mobster. But when I showed up, like the guy told me, they had called me on the Friday, and it's like one of Quebec's like biggest fucking dramas or whatever. And the guy tells me, if you have anything, just to get like black, we're all black. So just in case, I guess in case, they can't find clothes that fit or whatever, the costume design. So I was like, all right. And in my idea, I go, I'm a mobster. I kind of got some stuff. So I had some stuff in my bag, ready. So when I show up, they bring me, like, you have to go to the costume guy. So I go to the costume guy and he sees me. He's like, oh, nice. Okay, perfect. Like they dressed you up and stuff. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I have my stuff in this bag. I just walked out of the car. He's like, no, you're perfect. This is the look we're looking for. Like, this is the mobster look. I go, this is how I walk around every day. I had my coat and everything. I go, should I at least put the black boots on as opposed to the brown ones? He goes like, doesn't matter, but yeah, put the black boots. It'll be perfect. And I was like, that was such a funny thing. He's like, it's perfect. I was like, this is how I walk around. Like my costume's in here.
But you do dress like you dress like a Russian mobster until you talk. Like, oh yeah, this guy's from Park X.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just so funny. I was like, I should get extra credit for this. Like, I clearly know what I'm doing.
Brought your own wardrobe. That's worth at least fucking 3/4 of a credit, right?
Give me a wardrobe credit.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. You got a fraction of a credit.
I remember because they sent like the next day they send you like a recap. Yeah. And she sent it and I was like, what the fuck? I thought at least you get one credit. When I saw it, I was like, get the fuck out of here. And then they also sent me another email. This must be so frustrating for them, like, to do this job. Like, I even replied to the woman, like, in the thread, the one leading it, and I go, in French, honestly, I don't know how the fuck you do this. Because they had to reply to be like, someone got COVID, they just tested positive, so if you have symptoms, like this whole fucking thing. And I go, I don't know how you deal with this. Like, every day you have to email 50 people, do you have this symptom, this person has it, did you get COVID? Like, This is a nightmare. I don't know how the fuck she does it.
You're saying just the person that deals with the COVID stuff at the end?
She deals with more, like, because she had contacted me for even like a payment and all that stuff. So she deals with like all these extra production shit.
Usually it's the production assistant or.
Yeah, usually you don't have to also deal with fucking, did you put your mask on? Did you lick a handrail? Were you here?
Well, that's it. Yeah, that's the extra shit nowadays that they got to deal with.
Fuck. Yeah, so I saw that. I was like, oh, that's got to be a nightmare job.
Yeah, I mean, but again, it's a 9 to 5, dude. She shows up, she does her job, and goes home.
That's true.
Then you gotta fucking you show up, you get a quarter credit, you get paid your fucking peanuts, and then you're like, all right, how the fuck am I making money tomorrow? That's what you gotta think. Yeah. She just fucking shows up to work. That doesn't matter.
That doesn't. Yeah.
She's got the easy job. You've got the fucking hard job. They probably gave her a list of all the phone numbers to call anyway. She didn't even have to use her brain. They're like, all right, who was on set? What do I got to do? And it's just like, here you go. Appelez, Callis.
Yeah, it's simple. Yeah, we do. I should get more into, and I'm trying to get more into the French scene here. Because they...
Well, makes sense, yeah.
Well, also, this is the craziest thing, is that I didn't believe it until I did like the comedy in French, like on TV, and I started doing... Like, it feels like I have more pull. I shouldn't have any pull anywhere. But it feels like I have more pull in French locally now than I do in English. Like in French, they're like, yo, it's
an actual industry in French.
They're like, yo, it's fucking Pantelis. All right, let's get him on board. Whereas in English, they're like, sir, you got to fuck right off.
Are you supposed to be here? We didn't order a Russian.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, you give me some goddamn respect.
Yeah, dude, that's how it is. That's fucking English. It's fucking show business in Canada.
But it's because it's not a real industry in English here. I feel like
there's no industry, man. It's so fucking tiny, and it's like,
dude in French, just that thing that I did. I'm telling you, dude, the production value. First of all, there's a police station across the street because it's a police show. So I thought that's where it's being. Like, I went to the wrong place. I went to an actual police station because I thought, oh, this is where they film it. And no, it's like in the warehouse, in the production studio. So I go there and they had rebuilt. There's a huge set of a police station. And it feels real, And I was like, there's a police station across the street, right? But obviously they can't just film whenever they want a real police station. But it was just so cool. And everything they did was super professional. Everything they did. Whereas I've done stuff in English here. and it felt like a guerrilla situation. You know, it felt like we only got this for 20 minutes and let's like it didn't feel real. Whereas these guys legit, they're like, no, we take this shit seriously.
Yeah, I've noticed like a lot of, especially like a lot of the production companies in French now are doing a lot of like it's good to get in because they do get English stuff. Like,
and they do good work. They do fucking good work
stuff because they have an industry. So
yeah,
dude, I know when I shot a thing last year with Air Transat. I did an Air Transat commercial, and I was doing streeters on the street. And dude,
I saw it. Yeah. You interviewed in the street a guy that I knew.
Oh really?
Remember, I think I messaged you. There was a guy that I used to work with. Yeah. And I saw him and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
That's funny. But dude, just the fact that like I used to do that. First of all, I used to do it on my own, just doing YouTube videos. But then I did that on CBC, and it was me basically the same way. It's almost very similar to how I would just do it by myself on YouTube. Basically me running up to people, ask them if they want to talk, and then I'd fucking interview them. With the exception of a road producer who would have them sign the fucking
waiver
release forms after. But it was hilarious when I did this Air Transat commercial. They were like, "Are you good to do it? Like, what did you want to?" And I was like, "Dude, you guys know, like, they had me do it the whole day. Like, we did streeters all day." And I'm like, "I do streeter. Like, I could do an hour of streeters, and you'll have 5 minutes of fucking material. There's no doubt. Like, I've done so many of them that I know how long it takes me to get enough good shit." And they did all day, and at the end of it, and there were so many people. Like, there was like 10 people following me on the streets. We had 2 camera guys. We had a boom mic. I was
they're stacked.
There was fucking a PA. There was like someone to hold my bottle of water. And it was a French crew, dude. Everyone was French.
They're good. They don't fuck around.
I was like, are you fucking kidding? Like all of these people? Dude, there were so many people on
For
this
a streeter.
For a streeter. It wasn't even like you didn't need lights. You didn't need anything. Like, it was all I need is a camera guy. I don't even need I need a camera guy, and I need someone to chase after to get signatures. That's all I need. I don't need anything else. But dude, there was at least 10 people working on this fucking project on the street, let alone, dude, on the street. And then they had a fucking booth set up in, I think it was what's that fucking mall? Anyways, there's like
Eaton Center,
close to the Eaton Center where it connects underground. Anyways, there's
the McGill tunnel thing.
Yeah. McGill, yeah.
Where Place Ville Marie is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They fucking rented a room in there, and they had a whole studio set up. So while I'm shooting, they'd fill a tape, they'd fucking send a PA back. They'd have editors in this room, ingesting the footage, editing it while the producers are watching, and like the other like people from production company, people from Air Transat. And I'm like, this is fucking crazy. For a fucking streeter, I'm like, I could have saved you like $70,000, I'm sure. Like, you could have just gave that to me. I would have done that with 2 guys, and that we would have been done. Like, that's all I would have needed.
It's something else, dude. It's something else.
The French treat you right, man. Like, in Quebec, like, they have an industry. They do it right. They fucking, it's how it should be and how it used to be.
Yeah.
But like, I'm so used to like having to MacGyver everything because English sucks and they have no money or no budget. So like, you're just used to doing all the work on your own, that when you see like a whole crew and you don't even have to like lift a finger other than just be funny, like that's your job. It's like, you feel like you're like, well, this is overkill. When in reality, that's what it was. That's what it was.
That's what it's supposed to be. But that's why also you do better, because I've done better. And they're like, oh, this guy's really low maintenance. It's not that I'm low maintenance. It's that I'm used to having no maintenance.
You're used to doing it all on your own anyway.
Yeah, so the fact that you just clear the path for me, and then I'll just take the ball of water. Like, well, what about all this craft catering? You don't want this? No, I'll drink some water and do it. Normally, I don't get water. I get people yelling at me like, this is perfect. This is good.
But we shouldn't say that, because then they're going to be like, all right, well, let's start fucking treating them all like
garbage, yeah. No, they won't. The French scene is because it's a real industry. They take care of it.
Fucking great, dude. I love it.
I have fun
so much.
And I have fun. That was the thing I was worried about in the beginning because of my accent and stuff. I was like, oh, it's not gonna work. But I have fun with them. They all get me. I like the French industry.
They're so down to earth. It's so rare that you have an asshole on set with like a French crew. It's usually always like you get like these English guys that are like fucking angry or just bitter or like, and you're like, fuck, dude, why are you so fucking, and you're like, I'm gonna go hang out with a French guy. Fuck,
Yeah.
you guys are fucking bitter as shit.
Yeah, they're just having fun, the French guys. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
No, they're usually good, but it's like, yeah, I find, but in the States, dude, the States is I don't like.
Oh,
It's a
really?
complete polar opposite. Like I mean, I can't say I've done a ton in the States, but I was on set when Derek got America's Got Talent, and I went backstage with him. And dude, there was a camera guy filming. There's the director, the camera guy, and then like an assistant who's fucking helping the director. And fucking they're rolling through the crowd or whatever, and then the fucking assistant director's like, "Hey man, I just saw a cool shot. Wouldn't it be like, what if you try like do like this?" Do the director, who first of all is not even like a veteran. Like this guy's like fucking not even over 30. There's
He's
no way this
19
kid's over
years
30.
old.
Dude, he turns around to the assistant, and he's like, "This is my fucking production. You don't tell me what to do." Dude,
Holy
I wasn't
shit.
even working on this, and I felt so uncomfortable. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Who do you think you are? All you're doing is rolling a camera through a crowd. Do you think you have some fucking eye for art that you could see like way better than anybody else?" And this guy's also an assistant director, so he could fucking see something too.
No, but
Just
also
the ego.
he said, "I saw." Wouldn't he didn't say you gotta fucking do this.
Right, yeah, he was just trying to be helpful, and the guy fucking just flat out turned around. I was like, "Wow, man, dude, you're not even. What kind of? How do you even sleep with yourself? Like, why are you a fucking asshole? Like, just have fun. Like, nobody has fun anymore. Everyone, it's an ego thing. Like in the States, I found that too. Like, you go to the comedy clubs or whatever, and everyone's got like an ego. Open
Yeah.
micers have a fucking ego. You're
Yeah.
like, dude, you are nowhere. How do you have an ego? Like everyone is just super aggressive, very fucking. I remember me and Mike when I moved to LA, the first fucking week Mike came down, and we were hanging out, and dude, everyone we were talking to was like, "Yo, do you do jujitsu, man? Yo, do
Because
you
of
do
Rogan.
jujitsu?" And fucking me and Mike were just like, "Why is everyone asking us if we do jujitsu?" And it's like, is that how you get in at the clubs? Like, is it gonna help my comedy? Like, what is the reason behind this? But yeah, everyone's like a macho, got an ego. You gotta fucking do jujitsu. Otherwise, you don't know shit about comedy, buddy.
So you hit something directly. I remember when me and Mike went down there for the Rogan thing, but you were away. You remember you were away, so we sent
I was in
Poseidon.
Vancouver.
Yeah, we sent Poseidon to meet your wife to get the equipment because we were
Yeah.
going to record something. Then Poseidon fucked up. We recorded a podcast and Poseidon hadn't clicked record on the cameras, so it was useless. But it was still fun. But when we were there, we had noticed that too, that people were overly aggressive for like no reason, like
Yeah.
like that dicknish, that
Yeah.
dick, and there was some people that I knew, like comics I had met at JFL, that were established, that were good comics, that didn't need to have attitude. Like I wasn't stealing anything from them, we were
Right.
just hanging out and chilling, and I was getting that reception from some people, but it made me laugh. I was like,
Yeah.
this is ridiculous. Like, calm down, bro. What do you think? This is the 70s. You're the CEO. Like, shut the fuck up.
Dude, a lot of them are very fucking aggressive, super like not approachable. Just I remember I met a guy, he turned out to be cool later, but just like off the top, like he was like, where are you from, man?" And I tell him where I'm from, and I'm like, "I just moved to LA," and he was like, "It's hard, good luck." And he just walked away, and I was like, "What? Like, what the fuck was that, man?" Like, totally just being a
Dismissive.
complete dick. Yeah, just like, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, good luck, it's hard. And he just fucking just left. I was like, what? What do you like? Who are you? What do you think? But he ended up being a cool guy, but it's like a barrier that they put up because they get treated like dicks.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, I don't have that.
They do the same, because if you don't, it's a thing where, like, if you show up there and you're just nice to people, it's harder. I feel like it's harder to get going. If you show up and you're a huge asshole, and you're like you have a huge ego, and you just fucking like look down at everyone who's not super fucking like on a billboard.
They're like, he must be good. He must be good. This guy's just an asshole.
Dude, it's oblivious. Like, people think that you're fucking amazing because you're a dick. It's crazy. It's such a, and like the nicest comics are just hanging out waiting to fucking hopefully get stage time sometime, but they're too fucking nice to stomp all over everyone and be like, fuck you, I'm getting up here.
I should do that in my regular life. Next time I get booked for something, I'm going to walk in, know nothing about it, be like, shut the fuck up, stupid. Let me do this. Who's the pro? Yeah. Who's the pro here? Mirror you. Mirror you. You or me.
Yeah, it's a weird...
Sir, this is a non-speaking role.
You just walk in treating everyone like an asshole.
I got my shades on. I'm face pushing people.
Who are you? I'm background 73, all right?
Yeah. Get it right. 73. 77 is that guy. That guy's an asshole.
Security guard number 5. Treat me with respect on this asshole.
What am I, security guard number 6? You fucking playing games here? That'd be amazing.
That's exactly it. Just be a complete dick, man, and fucking own it.
Oh,
People love it.
Yo, so when do you drop the Bacon No Bacon? What days does it come out?
Fridays. Every Friday we've got a new episode of Bacon No Bacon. YouTube Bacon No Bacon. I've got my YouTube channel, Abdul Comedy. I got new videos up there.
All links in the description because I make it easy for people because when we tell them, sometimes they can't remember. But if they just gotta click down and go bam, easier.
The comments, hit the fucking description for it.
Hit the description, click on those links. Abdul, anything you want to let him know? Anything you want to drop?
I'm going to have a series of stand-up sets from New Brunswick before all this shit hit. I'll be putting it on my YouTube channel in the next week.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, if you're sitting around on holidays, fucking watch some YouTube.
Check out Abdul Butt. Links are in the description. Patreon.com/Pantelis to become a goddamn patron. Join the cool kids. Every month, every Friday, we're doing these movie nights. You can only get them through Patreon. So go ahead and check that out. And remember, people, go fuck yourselves.